Giants.
We are Baltimore. We are San Diego.
Last night, a 9-8 Giants win in a game of long ball, 6 home runs, but a 15-foot bunt produced the game's winning run. Hunter Pence scoring from third, 9-8 San Francisco. And that wiped out the home run heroics of the Padres' Yasmani Grandal. 2 homers, 1 a grand slam, and a career high of 5 runs batted in for Grandal. Well, the Giants' Iron Man, Hunter Pence, he's back in the starting lineup again tonight with 3 games left in the season. And San Francisco in the wild card race, trailing Pittsburgh for the top spot. The Pirates won again tonight. As we welcome you to AT&T Park in beautiful San Francisco, the Padres and the Giants, San Diego, with a 9-7 edge over San Francisco on the season's play. And good evening, everyone, with Mark Grant, Kenberg. What a game last night. The Padres with 4 home runs. They'd never done that here at AT&T Park, and yet it was still the singles and the bunt squeeze that won the game for San Francisco.
So uncharacteristic of the Padres hitting those home runs, but you never know what's going to happen, and that's what's great about coming to the ballpark. And Yasmani Grandal really swung the bat well, and against the Giants, he really feasts and likes to see the orange and black out on the hill. And for Yasmani this season, look at the 283 average, the home runs, and there'll be more home runs, I think, as time goes on. More at-bats, more comfortable from the left side and right side, but one thing's for sure, I think Yasmani's got that swing where he likes the ball down. A lot of pitchers like to pitch down in the zone, so I think that's right into the wheelhouse of Yasmani, and that created quite a roar last night, the grand slam. Big hit. Unfortunately, Padres couldn't hang on, but it's good swings. Hopefully he finishes the year, and he comes into Peoria next year with the same type of swing.
They were down 6-0, the Padres, and using the home run ball, built an 8-6 lead, only to succumb 9-8. And by the way, of 15 home runs this year for Yasmani Grandal, 5 of the 15 against the Giants. Maybe he's got another 1 or 2 left on this weekend series. How about Ian Kennedy? 13 could be a lucky number for him.
You know what? I'm really pushing, like a lot of Padres fans, for Ian Kennedy to get number 13 tonight. And what has he done in the past? Well, he pounds the strike zone. And when you talk about comparisons from 2011 to 2014, hey, the record is unbelievable. 21 wins. Anybody will take that. The ERA up almost a run. But the strikeouts, fewer innings in 2014 than 2011, but yet more strikeouts. Why is that? The mechanics. The fastball, a tick up in the velocity, maybe a mile and a half. And Dick, a lot of people might think, oh, mile and a half not is really a lot. But I tell you what, that complements the other pitches for Ian Kennedy. He's got late life on the fastball. He gets the strikeouts, 201 right now. Hopefully he adds on tonight.
If he wins his 13th, he'll tie Tyson Ross with the top win number for the Padres this year. Well, Rene Rivera was one of those to hit a home run last night. The surprising power of the catcher, 11 home runs this year, going with his throwing out runners, his terrific work behind the plate. Mark Grant sits down with Rene Rivera when we come back.
Steve Park, joined by 31-year-old catcher for the San Diego Padres. He's like a fine wine because he's getting better with age. Rene Rivera, que pasó?
Oh man, been a great year. Feeling healthy. You know, all the work I put into, I mean, paying off, and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Talk about all the work that you've put in.
Well, I started last year with Phil Plantier and Alonso working in the cage in spring training, and then I take that to AAA, having a good year AAA there. So when I enjoyed the Padres last year, I mean, we keep the same pace, just keep shortening my swing and more compact, more pitching selection, everything. And now, you know, just feel like, you know, I go out there and I'm gonna compete. I'm gonna try to do my best.
Talk about the conditioning part, Rene, because it's a long season. Not only do you have to strap on that gear, you've got to swing the bat. It gets hot, it gets humid, the bat kind of slows down a little bit, but it hasn't seemed to affect you.
No, I mean, last year I worked out real hard on the off season with my trainer back home, and he did a real good job getting me ready for a long season, and you know, we lost like 25 pounds during that span, and I mean, he one of the best trainers back home, and I mean, I'm looking forward to go back home and start working with him again.
Talk about throwing out runners, because you've got a cannon behind home plate. You've thrown out 29 runners, the most among major league catchers. What do you attribute that to?
Well, that's I think take a lot of pride of it. You know, that's my main game. I think came out to the big leagues back in 2004 because I can catch, and I mean, I always working that. Always want to be the best I can be on the field, and I mean, that's I love throwing out people. So you know, every time the guy run, I'm gonna do the best I can.
Talk about, because people think just because a catcher throws out runners, they've got a great arm, but it goes beyond that. It goes down to the hips, it goes down to the knees, it goes down to the footwork. How do you work on that? How often do you work on that to really hone those skills of throwing out runners? Because it's more than just your arm.
Yeah, I don't think you know, I got okay arm. Yeah, some other guys, other catchers got better arm than me, but I think that the quickness in my feet, doing the exercises for quickness in the side in the off season, and you know, try to be short. I think that if you're short with the feet and use your back foot, you can release the ball quicker. And it's all about releasing the ball.
And that's almost like hitting, because my next question was talking about hitting. Talk about your feet and how you have to be short and quick to the baseball. Hence the home run last night that you got. Hey, the home runs have been coming lately as well. What do you think has been the difference in your swing as opposed to years past?
I think more short. I think my swing got more compact. Year before, I thought I hit the ball farther, and I was using all my body to do it. Now I feel like I'm using my hands, let the ball travel, and just get the head of the bat, throw the head of the bat to the ball, and I get more short. So I use my hands more.
After getting beat up behind the plate, the ball's in the dirt, foul balls off the mask, you know, getting one off the, because you've gotten a few off the glove hand as well. What does your body feel like the day after just getting beat up behind there?
No, I love it, man.
Come on.
Yeah, my body feels great after. I really don't. Yesterday I got one on my glove hand, and you know, I didn't feel it today. So I mean, that's the good thing about catchers. You know you're gonna get hit, and I mean, you're expecting to get hit, and just, you know, next day is another day.
Who have you learned from the most, Rene, as far as catching, the whole game of catching? Who would you say, you know what, this guy really helped me out in my game behind the plate?
Well, I gave it credit to Ryan Hansen. He's I think he's working in the office right now in Seattle. But when I was in Seattle, he was the catcher instructor, and he helped me a lot. He helped me to be the guy I'm right now. Helped me to have the skill to have him. I mean, he worked with me hours and hours and hours a day, and you know, to get me better, and you know, the way I am right now.
Okay, talk about the pitching staff. Who's the goofiest on the staff? Who's like muy loco?
Yeah, Kashner.
Why?
I mean, he's crazy. I think he got two different person. One is in the game. He's really quiet, like in the dugout, he's like real loud. So I mean, he tried to speak Spanish, and he's not good at it. But I think his catching is the funniest guy.
And then who's the guy who you really got to pump up? I mean, you got to get him. You got to cheerlead. You got to be, his biggest cheerleader out there.
I think all of them. I think you as a catcher have to be their cheerleader. Have to try to help him to go through. Through innings. I mean, it's a tough season, long season. So every day is not gonna be the same for the guys. So you gotta make it happen, make them pump and make them, ready to start.
Well, Rene, thanks so much for joining us. Hey, an MVP season right here for catcher Rene Rivera. Career highs in a lot of categories. Thanks so much for joining us, and buena suerte.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. Right after this, Mike and Mark are going to go over the playoff races right here on Fox Sports San Diego. We'll be right back.
presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the power of together, and by your San Diego Lexus dealer. AT&T Park in the San Francisco Bay, 325th consecutive sellout, and the ceremonies pregame just concluded as the Willie McCovey, the Willie Mack Award, presented each year to the most inspirational Giant. And previous award winners filing in: Dave Trevecki, and the winner this year, Madison Bumgarner, congratulated by a former winner, Mike Krukow, TV announcer. His teammates, Hunter Pence, Buster Posey, Ryan Vogelsong, tonight's starting pitcher, also winners of the award. It goes back to 1980. Jack Clark was the very first recipient. Allison McCovey, the daughter of Willie Mack, for the ceremonial first pitch. McCovey not here. He's battling health issues, and each and every one who came to the microphone, of course, wishing Willie the best. The prayers with him and hoping we can see him at the ball yard soon.
Yeah, he was here every single night. His box is just 2 to our right. Willie Mack, girl number 44, the Hall of Famer, would sit and watch his Giants. And it says more than just stats at the end of the year when they present the Willie Mack Award. It's heart, it's character, and that is one of the better awards that is given out by the Giants. There's a bond. There's Dave Trevecki, Darrell Evans, Robbie Thompson, some of the Giant greats, not only on the field but off the field, and what they mean in that clubhouse, and that goes a long way.
Yeah, the plaque that engraves the names of the winner says these words: competitive spirit, ability, and leadership, which characterize, of course, McCovey and each of the winners. And the turnout of past recipients was really quite stunning. I mean, Bob Renly, who's working as the TV announcer for the Arizona Diamondbacks, he made sure that he was here and had some comments to make. It's quite a list. J.T. Snow, Robbie Thompson, Jose Uribe won it back in 1988, Chris Spire, Brenly, Jeff Kent, Mark Gardner, Benito Santiago, Marquise Grissom, Benji Molina won it back-to-back years.
Yeah, and Mike Krukow, who emceed the event, as you take a look at the past recipients, Mike Krukow was the Willie Mack Award winner back-to-back years, back in 1985 and 1986. And the fans really get into it. Well, they know the meaning of the Willie Mack Award. They love number 44, obviously, here in San Francisco. And it's just a great presentation, and it really means a lot to everyone in San Francisco who's a Giants fan.
And it makes me think, and I'm sure you too, Mark Grant, Tony Gwynn Award. Maybe down the line there's an award that would symbolize his greatness as a player and a man and his community efforts. And a Tony Gwynn Award would be presented to the Padre each year.
Well put.
I have a feeling that might be in the works. Exchanging lineup cards. Dave Roberts representing Bud Black tonight. The Pirates beat Cincinnati tonight 3-1. So at the moment they have a game-and-a-half lead. Both of these teams, the Giants and Pirates, are in as a wild card. Pittsburgh still has their eyes on St. Louis. They could overcome St. Louis. They were only one game behind the Cardinals for the division lead. So they could, with a couple of wins and losses to the Cardinals, they could jump into the first place position. It would be the Cardinals and Giants in the wild card. So a lot to be determined this weekend as the Giants take the field. Game 2 in the NL Central. St. Louis is playing at Arizona this weekend, first of 3, and their lead cut at the moment to a half game. Exciting stuff. And it's time now to present the starting lineups for the Padres, brought to you by Toyota. Corey Spangenberg, he started last night, had a couple of hits. Will Venable, a home run and a single last night. Jed Jerko hits third. Yasmani Grandal with his best ever power game as a Padre. Seth Smith hits fifth. Rene Rivera, home run, number 11 last night, behind the plate, hitting sixth. Alexi Amarista, a super September for Alexi. He's in the 7th slot. Reimer Liriano, right field, will hit 8th, and Ian Kennedy 9th.
And on the mound for the San Francisco Giants, 37-year-old making his 32nd start, Ryan Vogelsong. He's a past recipient of the Willie Mack Award back in 2011. A fastball, about 93 to 94. A cutter, a curveball, and a changeup, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak.
And in fact, in the last 4 starts, he's 0-3 with a high ERA of 5.64. Padres beat him a weekend ago at Petco Park. Here's the Giants defense. Ishikawa in left, Blanco in center, and Pence ever present in right field. Around the horn, Sandoval and Crawford, Panic and Belt, with Susak giving Buster Posey a starting night off. He'll handle the offerings of Brian Vogelsong. Vogelsong 6'4", 214. His record on the year, 8 wins and 12 losses. ERA under 4. Gary Cooper will call the balls and strikes. He says play Guccione, Knight, and Hallion on the bases. And the first pitch of the game misses ball 1. Spangenberg, his 50th at bat since coming up in September, hitting .286, 14 base knocks, a couple of home runs. Up high again, 2-0. Venable and then Jerko to follow. Vogelsong from Matt Glen, Pennsylvania, went to college at Kutztown. He was a 5th-round pick of the Giants way back in '98. That's a strike. 2-1.
Well, Vogelsong is not overpowering by any means. 91, 92 on the fastball. He'll cut the fastball though, trying to create some movement. Curveball and a changeup.
Very little breeze, Mark Grant. A pleasant night, 67 degrees.
Love it.
2-1. And 3 balls and a strike to Spangenberg. Yeah, the Padres last night, it was a different sort of heartbreaker when you're behind 6-0 and you come up with 4 home runs to take an 8-6 lead. With that bullpen of the Padres, you figure you're going to steal a win, and emotional high. 3-2 now to Spangenberg, but the Giants in the bottom of the 7th off Blaine Boyer able to put together 3 consecutive singles, then a Belt RBI single, eventually the winning run on a safety squeeze bunt. 9-8 Giants. Full count to start things. Here's Spangenberg. Ground ball to the left side, right at Crawford for the first down.
Hey, Brandon Crawford. It's weird how my mind works. I know you know that. He wears number 35.
Right.
He plays shortstop. One of the Willie Mack Award winners in years past wore number 35 and played short. Chris Spire, who was in attendance tonight.
Yes, I remember Chris going back to early days when I was doing the Angels, and he was playing for the Giants, a young guy, great promise, fulfilled most of that. Venable hit his 8th home run to the opposite field last night. A 2-run shot. Up and in, ball 1. Jed Jerko to follow. Padres are at the exact win point of the final number of a year ago, 76 victories. 76 and 86 2 years ago, and they repeated it 76-86 last year. They're currently 76 and 83. Bud Black's team needs a win 2 or 3 to improve upon that.
Well, if they keep playing like they did last night after being down 6-0, that really tells you a lot. I'm really proud of these guys that they fought back like they did. Especially a place like San Francisco. This is not an easy place to win.
Nor to hit home runs.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic.
1-2 the count. Venable's home run to left field. Rene Rivero solo shot to left. Grandal hit one off the foul pole in right, and the other over the Levi's landing for his 5 RBIs, grand slam included. Up and in, 2-2. Padres will close out the season tomorrow afternoon and Sunday afternoon. Giants looking ahead to the wild card game. Full count. So he's gone 3-2 on Spangenberg, now 3-2 on Venable.
Well, that helps so much. We mention it all the time for the guys on deck. Jed Jerko getting a chance, as Will Venable got a chance to see Corey Spangenberg work the count full.
Right field, and Pence has to play it on a hop. Line single for Venable.
Well, there goes the no-hitter.
He's shouting out to the fans below.
See if I get any reaction from the Giants fans down there. Okay. Hey, middle in. Actually, the ball looked like it was away middle. Good extension by Will. You know, Will's got to feel a little special every time coming up here where his dad played, where he grew up in San Rafael.
This is a home field for him, home environment at least.
Right.
And we know how well the Padres play at home. Jerko, 51 RBIs, the club lead. Ball 1. Jed 0 for the last 10. Like to add to that home run and RBI count, 10 home runs. Buddy Black pitched up here in his career. In the dirt, skids away, and that will allow Venable to go to second. Susak, the catcher, had trouble locating the ball. Wild pitch puts Venable in scoring position.
Oh, very catchable ball. You know what? I think they're going to review that. I think that's going to be a pass ball.
It didn't hit the ground?
Don't think so.
That's basically the rule. If it hits the ground, no matter how easy the scoop might be, they call it a wild pitch. We'll see what the scoring is. 2-0 to Jerko. A chance to pick up Venable. And the call comes pass ball. You're right. High. 3-0. Green light early on. 3-0.
You know what? He's thrown a lot of pitches. I would be taken here.
Buster Posey, a past Willie Mack Award winner, given a night off. Want to rest the catcher. Been a long, rough season for him. Not so rough with the bat, as we well know. 308 going into the series, and singled and doubled last night. Walked. He scored 3 runs. Was 3 for 4. Taking 3-1. 92 on the fastball. So 3-2 pitch to Spangenberg. Grounded to short. 3-2 to Venable. Lined a single to right. Now 3-1 to Jerko.
Pretty good batter's eye here in San Francisco. As you take a look right behind home plate, so the hitters get a really good view of that baseball out of the hand of the pitcher. Even though that scoreboard is huge out there with all the stats and numbers and pictures, you know, that area right here is what all that matters. That ball coming out of the pitcher's hand.
3 balls and a strike. There you can see. No distraction. Ground ball toward the hole. Crawford deep in the hole. And his strong throw in plenty of time. That brings up Yasmani Grandal last night. His first home run kissed the foul pole way up atop that right field line. And then the grand slam into the Levi's landing.
Did you see those pitches, Dick? Where were they?
Same pitches, low and in.
That's right. He likes that. That is the nitro zone for Yasmani.
2 homer games this year. Jerko, Smith, Medica, and Grandal. There have been 3 grand slams struck by the Padres, 2 by Jerko, and the 1 by Grandal last night. Starts him with an off-speed curveball.
And playing Yasmani to pull in the outfield. Blanco on the first base side of the second base bag.
Because of the dimensions in right field, the right fielders don't play straight away. They give ground from the foul line. So the gap between center field and right field isn't that big. Right field corner, they tempt you to hit it down there. And 2 strikes to Grandal. Another off-speed delivery. Seth Smith would be next. Venable on at second base. Padres trying to score first. Both teams have an incredibly positive record when they score the first run of the game. Giants did last night. They're now 64-18. Broken bat, looper up the middle, and panic, can't quite pull it in. Running all the way is Venable. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. And the Padres do get the first run of this one. It's 1-0. A broken bat ball up the middle, and it didn't have much on it, so you wondered if Panik would be able to get to it. He did, got his glove on it, but it trickled away, and that gave Venable, with 2 outs, running all the way, the path to the home plate and a 1-0 lead.
What a great job by Yasmani Grandal, just fighting that ball off. He will sacrifice that bat for a infield hit and an RBI. Venable turning it on. Panik just throws the ball towards the first base side. He gets the green light from Glenn Hoffman. He double checks. Credit Panik with a great effort as well to knock that ball down. At least give himself a chance.
The more you see of this young kid, Panik, from St. John's University in New York, the more you like. He's hitting over 300, plays a nice second base. They've got a good one. Seth Smith with Grandal at first. Grandal now with 47 RBIs. He's only 4 behind Jerko for the club lead. Smith with 46. Last 35 games on the road, Smith hitting just under 300. Slaps that one foul deep into the lower tier.
Looked like Seth trying to go that way. He had the right idea as Rene Rivera waits on deck. And the infield really playing Seth Smith to pull.
Giants used the complete shift on him at Petco, but this is just a drastic pull defense.
Moving away that way.
Look how far Sandoval is off the line at third. Chop to the mound, and an easy play for Vogelsong to end the inning. But the Padres on singles by Venable and Grandal take a 1-0 lead. Come up bottom of the first, trailing 1-0. Here's their lineup, brought to you by Mattress Discounters. Gregor Blanco ready to lead off with Joe Panik hitting second. Pablo Sandoval off a 4 RBI night, his best of the season last night. Brandon Belt hit a long home run into the water. He hits cleanup with Buster Posey out. Hunter Pence is in the 5th slot. Travis Ishikawa, the left fielder. Andrew Susick for Buster Posey, catching and hitting 7th. Brandon Crawford a home run last night, and then Ryan Vogelsong.
Okay, Ian Kennedy, time to get that win and even up the season at 13-13. And the scouting report for Ian, it's simple: down early, up late. We know he can elevate with that fastball, the 4-seamer, 201 strikeouts. How about double digits tonight in the strikeout column for Ian Kennedy?
Get him through 6 innings so he hits that magical 200 innings, 200 strikeouts. He's already exceeded his strikeout total as a big leaguer with 201 coming in.
So that's a great year, isn't it, Dick? 200 innings, 200 strikeouts. Nice.
And 194 innings pitched so far, so he needs the 6 to hit that 200. Gregor Blanco. Takes a strike. 90 on the first fastball. 30-year-old from Venezuela, Blanco, struggling of late. hitting just .222 in the last 11 games. Same spot. Kennedy 6-6 at Petco, 6-7 on the road. ERA is better on the road than at home. High fly ball. Right fielder Liriano with the first down. And the Padres defense, along with Liriano, brought to you by the Aramco Group. The rest of the outfield, Smith in left and Venable in center. Spangenberg at third, Amarista covering the ground at shortstop. Jerko and Grandal on the right side. Rivera behind the plate for Kennedy. And here's young Joe Panik, 23 years of age. Quickly moving through the minor league system, and you can see why. Good solid swing. Makes contact, tough to strike out. Hitting .304 as a rookie. Playing half the season. Another strike. Kennedy peppering the plate.
I know I mentioned this last time when the Giants were in San Diego talking to Bruce Bochy before the game. And I asked him about Joe Panik, and he said, you know what? He's somewhat of a left-handed hitting Marco Scutero. He does everything great.
Ground ball left side, smothered by Spangenberg. The throw, and dug out by Grandal. A good play at both ends. Spangenberg takes it out of left field and fires quickly. Good backhand pickup by Grandal.
Like a cat, Spangenberg at third base and picking up Ian Kennedy. Diving to his left and then quickly shows off that arm. And a nice pick. You know what? Yasmani Grandal has not been getting enough credit over there at first base. Sure, we show him picking baseballs, but for a guy who's usually behind the plate and working very hard at first base, he saved Corey Spangenberg from throwing one away. This is a nice pick.
Yeah, just scoops that up nicely to the delight of Kennedy. 2 away. Pablo Sandoval takes up and away. Hard to believe that the 4 RBIs last night was the season high. Actually has some really big games, especially with a home run bat. Swing and a miss 1-1. How about our keys to the game, brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego County.
Hey, cage the panda, right? Cage him. Keep him in there. Put the lock on there. and just don't let him out. And get the lead and maintain that lead.
Line drive right to Amarista. Right to Amarista. Yeah, that's
that way.
Who's that guy that keeps shouting into our booth?
Keep going. Keep going. See ya. Gotta go.
Oh, and it's time for you to tweet your photo using hashtag SDFanPhoto. Chance to have it shown in our telecast, brought to you by AT&T. Yeah, they got the cable car that'll take you down to the wharf where the big Ghirardelli chocolate factory is located. And I'm not sure, but I heard this rumor that you can get a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream and some hot chocolate. And you just put that on the top, and then a couple of nuts and a cherry.
Where did you hear that rumor?
Maraschino cherry. I was walking around today, and I just heard some conversation. Ground ball, another broken bat. Rene Rivera grounds it to Crawford. 1 pitch, 1 out in the second.
Didn't even get a chance to thank Rene Rivera as he grounds out there. He was our pregame guest, and very informative. And you know what, Dick? After you get to know Rene Rivera and see him play, he's the kid you really root for, and you hope for good things, and it's paying off this year.
Yeah, I love the fact he said, I can't wait to get home and thank everybody who's been helping me. He's had his best ever major league season. Pitch to Amarista, in for a strike. And you ask him who was the loco of the pitchers, who was the crazy one. Didn't hesitate, Andrew Kastner.
That's right.
And then he was very diplomatic. He said, who's the one that you have to really work? Come on, you got to get going here and really help along. And he says, no, my job is to help all of them along.
Good answer.
Yeah. 2 strikes to Amarista. And down he goes on 3 pitches. First strikeout for Vogelsong.
Looks like a little cut fastball from Ryan Vogelsong. We mentioned the fastball. Really not high in velocity. His ball just cuts a little bit. That's all it takes, maybe a few inches, if that. It looked like he took a little bit off that.
Reimer Liriano has had 106 at bats with 24 hits. Comes out at 226. And another ground ball to short. Crawford eats that one up. And a 1-2-3 inning very quickly consumed on the fine pitching of Vogelsong. After 1.5, 1-0 Padres. San Diego fans of the game.
Hold on a second, Dick. I'm getting a text.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people representing the San Diego Padres here. Hey, bringing back the brown there. Some pretty good seats. Hopefully they leave with smiles on their faces tonight after the Padres beat the Gigantes.
Ian Kennedy staked to an early 1-0 lead. Here's the second for the Giants. Brandon Belt leads it off. Fouls it back. Second deck behind home plate gets a lot of foul balls here. You've got to be alert. It's a little lower than Petco.
Yeah, heads up. Coming in hot.
Belt a long home run last night off Andrew Kastner. That's a strike 0-2. Here it is. High and deep all the way over the Levi's Landing into the bay. The 68th Giant in the 15 years of this ballpark to send it all the way to the drink. Ground ball, foul.
Gosh, Dick, just you saying 15 years. That's unbelievable how time just goes by so quickly. And Zarzana took a tumble going after that. Foul ball. Let's check out Zarzana at work. Foul ball. Okay, crossover. Oh, look out!
How that piano wire gets them every time.
The ball dudes.
It's really a nice touch here. That usually ladies or gentlemen that have a few years on them, the experience. He used to go a little stronger to his left. He was forced to go to his right there. But he's hanging in, and he played baseball in high school and softball as an adult. Babe Ruth League. Lives in Fair Oaks. He's only 74.
George Zarzana. Good effort, George.
Line drive, left field. That's dipping in. Not hit that hard. And Belt has the first Giants hit. Just to be fair about it all, Darryl Galt is the ball dude down the left field line. 67-year-old with the nickname Hooks.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Hey,
having some fun. Yeah.
Hubba hubba.
Hey, Brandon Belt, we showed you that home run he hit last night, turning on an inside fastball. How about Brandon Belt going the other way? Just goes to show you, took that pitch the opposite way rather than trying to pull it. Let's check out the swing. Last night got the hands in. This time stays back just enough to flare it out to left field.
He just served it into left for a base hit. Here's Pence. He's in the throes of the toughest period of not being able to hit all season long. His average is still highly respectable. Home runs, RBIs. He went 0 for 4 last night. He's 3 for the last 47. And they want him to get going as the playoffs approach. Padres don't. 1-1. Free swinging outfielder. The definition of unorthodox his play, but a favorite of the Giants fans and really everywhere he goes. He just plays so hard.
But he's a likable guy,
yeah,
right?
He just leaves it all on the diamond. He will swing at bad pitches, and then he'll hit a ball off the bill of his helmet for a home run. 1-2 the count. Lashes that one foul off the facing of the third deck.
Well, the Padre pitching staff has really pitched Hunter Pence very well. Hence the numbers that you just mentioned of the times that they have faced him. You got to work it in, you work it out. You don't have to throw a strike to this guy, as you just mentioned, Dick. He can expand the strike zone.
Snap throw. Had that ball been down on the bag, it might have picked off Brandon Belt.
I love the snap throw after a pitch. Timing play with Yasmani Grandal. Watch Yasmani get back and the backhand tag, but offline a little bit.
Two balls, 2 strikes, no one out. Ground ball through the hole into left field. Belt will check in at second. And the Giants with back-to-back singles. Belt and Pence have something brewing here in the second.
Dick, what did you mention about taking a bill off or a pitch by the bill of his cap? Look at how high this pitch is on contact, getting that top hand on top of that baseball. Right across that Giants, just under the shoulders, and hitting down on that baseball, Hunter Pence.
Today's world, that would have been called a ball to take him.
Oh, yeah. Good hitting position, though. That front foot down, the stiff leg. Driving that bat through the zone.
So Pence Belt posing a threat here in the second. No one out, and Travis Ishikawa, the hitter. 92 in the fastball. Out of the zone. Ishikawa was released back in April by the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's a former Giant. He was out there, free agent, so the Giants signed him. Here he is playing more and more here in September. Probably going to make the roster for the playoffs. 2-0. He was barely hitting 200 with Pittsburgh, Ishikawa. At 260 with the Giants. Hit a couple of balls deep to left field last night. Caught on the warning pad.
Not a bad idea.
Ishikawa's great-grandfather came from Japan to California to work on the railroad, as so many did from Japan and China. San Francisco was one of the most thriving China towns of any major city in the States.
You want to get those signs straight. You want to keep that double point in order. You don't want to cross up your catcher, Rene Rivera. Big pitch coming up here, 2-0. And I think as a pitcher, you got to stick to your strength. Ian's got that good two-seamer working. He's thrown it at 93. You know, he plays a well-pitched 93-mile-an-hour two-seamer somewhere. Chances are he's either going to take it or maybe hit him to the ground.
So Kennedy going to have to dig himself out of the hole here. He's got 2 men on, no one out, and falls behind 3-0 to Ishikawa. There's a strike. 92 miles an hour.
Just takes one pitch.
Andrew Susick, catcher, in the lineup for Buster Posey tonight. Pops him up. No, that is shallow in center. Venable started back. Makes the catch. No advance. Returning to second base is Belt, and Pence to first. Susick flying out. One away. Or Ishikawa flying out. Now here's Andrew Susick.
Hey, that's a good sign right there. Good pitch. Now the double play in order to get out of the inning.
24-year-old grew up in Sacramento, Susick, and attended Oregon State, so he's used to wearing that orange and black color, isn't he? Done a good job hitting 282, backing up Posey.
The Beavers, right? Oregon State.
That's right. Corvallis. Had some good baseball seasons the last 5 to 10 years. 2 on, 1 away. On the outside corner. Reminder, folks, we're on at 12:30 tomorrow and again on Sunday for our pregame show here on Fox Sports San Diego. Final 2 games of the season. Out of play. Tomorrow it'll be Eric Stoltz for the Padres against former Padre Jake Peavy. Won the Cy Young with San Diego. Peavy is 6-4 as a Giant after coming over from Boston in the trade midseason. Robbie Erlin goes Sunday against Tim Lincecum. Madison Bumgarner was penciled in for Sunday, but he'll be kept off so he can pitch the wild card game. Off the fist, rolled the shortstop, a flip back and a drop by Jerko, and everyone's safe. Well, a tough angle as Amarista in front of the bag had to flip back to Jerko, and his haste to get the ball and try to turn 2. Jerko drops it, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Error on the Padres second baseman.
Well, you can control making a good pitch, and Ian Kennedy does that. Amarista is used to the feed. Oh, it looks like Jed tried to bury on that, huh? Let's take a look. Yep. He almost looked like he committed with his glove and then pulled back. And could not catch it. Right in the palm. Couldn't find the handle.
He was put in an awkward position. Had he used the glove, he would have had to reach out away from the sliding runner. A break for the Giants. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Crawford, a good number 8 hitter, homered last night. 66 runs batted in for the former UCLA star. Well, the Padres got an unearned run in the first inning, a pass ball figuring in the score. He may be as tough a number 8 hitter as there is in the National League. 0-2. If ever there was a time for his first strikeout of the night, Kennedy, this is it. Pitcher Vogelsong on deck.
Kind of tough to double up as well. Brandon Crawford only running into 4 double plays this year.
Again, Kennedy and Rivera having trouble figuring out the sign, and so that's done verbally. In the inning, Belt singled to left. Penn singled through the hole into left field. Ishikawa flied out. Susak safe on the air, committed by Jerko at second. So the bases loaded, 1 out, and 2 strikes on Crawford. In on his hands. Hitting 248. And if you weren't with us last night, it's quite remarkable that 2 years ago this man finished with a 248 batting average. Last year he finished hitting 248, and now he's hitting 248 with 3 games to go.
Hey, he's pretty consistent.
I'd say so. With an exclamation point. Fly ball deep to center. That'll get the tying run in as Venable makes the catch. Here comes Belt. Over to third is Pence. It's 1-1. That'll be an unearned run. And the game is tied at 1.
Ian Kennedy went to an off-speed pitcher. Looked like he flipped up a curveball. And Brandon Crawford, let's check it out of the hand. Yeah, curveball.
Left it over the plate.
You know what I'm wondering? That was really odd. Did you see Rene Rivera coming out of the crouch there? He was coming out of the crouch there even before the contact was made. I don't know whether he maybe got crossed up or something, but usually a catcher, knowing curveball is coming, will stay down in the crouch.
Yeah.
Rene actually kind of came up a little bit.
Vogelsong has 7 hits this year, a couple of doubles.
Let's go back and focus on Rene Rivera when we show you this replay, folks. Watch how he kind of comes up. Watch the curve out of the hand, and then watch Rivera. He's set, he's down, right? Right? He comes up.
Yeah, he certainly
Very
did.
odd.
Yeah. Might have been expecting a different location or a different pitch. First and third, then 2 outs to the pitcher, and the count goes 2 strikes. Vogelsong has had some success, limited times facing Kennedy. He's 2 for 4. Kennedy has that in the back of his mind, pitching him like he's the cleanup man. Strike 3 call. First strikeout of the night, but the Giants have tied it. Unearned run in the second. We go to the third, even at 1.
Trucks. We go back to last night's game and some great bat handling work right there by Matt Duffy. The safety squeeze. Nick Vincent tries to do the backhand. Rene Rivera. And look at the slide for Hunter Pence. Gets that front foot in safely for the Giants run. Well, perfectly executed play right there by the Giants last night.
That was the winner, 9-8. And a game where the Giants hit 2 homers and the Padres 4, including Grandal's grand slam. But it all winds up the winning run on a 15-foot bunt. All right, top of the third. A tie at 1. Each team credited with an unearned run. Kennedy will start it for the Padres, then Spanchenberg and Venable. Kennedy with 6 hits on the season. Those are his career numbers. And the home run was this year. 5 RBIs. Leads the Padre pitching core and runs driven in. Strike 1. Low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Padres struggling on the road. And hoping that that'll be a goal for next year and that they can finish this season with a couple of victories, maybe 3 against the Giants. And I was looking at how difficult it is. You know, the old saying, play 500 on the road, win at home, and that'll get you in the playoffs. Only 3 National League teams had winning records on the road this year. Only that. 3.
Yep.
And of course, they're all going to the playoffs. And ball 4. Kennedy works the opposing pitcher for a leadoff walk. That can usually lead to something. And at the top of the order, Spanchenberg. The Dodgers have the best road record. Washington Nationals are second best, and the Giants are the third. Boy, the Dodgers 15 games over 500 on the road.
Yeah, but what was their home record's kind of misleading. Oh, well, they've gotten better, 42 and 36. But remember, they were right around 500 at home.
They made hay on the road. Here's Spanchenberg. Fly ball to left. Ishikawa has a play down in the corner. And returning to first base is Ian Kennedy. Padres doing a lot of first ball swinging. Will Venable singled to right and scored the Padre run. Moved to second on the pass ball and came in on Grandal's infield hit first inning. Will a single and a home run last night. Ball at 77 for a strike. You're just joining us. The Pirates have won tonight. They won 3-1 at Cincinnati. Giants keeping an eye on Pittsburgh and St. Louis as they look ahead to the Wednesday wild card. 1 game, 1 is all to move on. Some of the players were saying they don't think that's right. Here are the scores. Pirates 3-1 win, and the Diamondbacks leading the Cardinals 2-1. If Arizona beats the Cardinals, the Pirates and Cardinals are tied for first in the Central with 2 to go. That could
playoff within a playoff, right?
That would have some meaning to San Francisco, because if St. Louis finishes second, they come here in the wild card. If St. Louis wins the division and Pittsburgh is the wild card, then the Giants go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh having the advantage 4-2 on the regular season, the tiebreaker, where Giants beat St. Louis 4-3. in the dirt. 2-2 to Venable. How about, speaking of the Pirates, Edinson Volquez, 13-7. Volquez, 13-7 with an ERA just over 3. He found the magic in Pittsburgh. Well, we always knew he had great stuff.
Sure.
Just couldn't control it. Strike 3 called. Venable thought that was inside. You don't see him argue very often. Fox Track says that was a good pitch. So 2 away here in the third.
You know, I think it was the way that Susac kind of handled this when he was set up away. But look at how he sticks it right on the inside corner.
And according to our Fox Tracks, it did just pinch the low outside corner, low inside. Jed Jerko grounded to short his first time. Vogelsong starting a lot of the hitters with the curveball.
Yeah, he threw 2 curveballs in a row to Venable to start him off.
Two 2-0. Fastball misses inside. Kennedy still at first. Leadoff walk. 2 away now. And outside, 3-0.
Just watching Andrew Susac behind the plate, short time that we've seen him, I really like the way he receives back there. I mean, if there's a pitch away, his hand won't move. You know, there's a lot of catchers that bring the ball out of the zone. His hand just sticks right there. He holds that. But look at that. And especially now, this comes into play when you've got a power sinker guy out there. You get a power 93, 94 two-seamer. A lot of times, catchers will have difficulty of sticking that ball right out there in front of the plate. A lot of times, the glove will be drawn out of the strike zone, and they don't get the call.
The momentum of the pitch carries their glove out of the zone.
Right.
See what he does here. 3-1. Strike 2.
He looks good back there.
Turco worked the count 3-1 the first time up, grounded to short.
Watch the glove. And receives it and sticks right there.
And actually moves it up into the zone just in case. Kennedy off with the pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. Panic. Can't make the play at second, but can flip to first for the out. Middle of the third. 1-1 tie.
Good pitching beats good hitting. That's been an adage for 100 years. And again, I don't what are we 5-6 games under 500 with one of the best statistically pitching staffs in the game, with a lot of guys who we think have some upside. So to take away from that and try to add, it's one of those, you trade out of a strength. You better have guys to replace it.
Yeah, I'm talking about, and that is the talk going into the offseason. How are the Padres going to get some bats in that lineup that can produce some home runs and more offense? Padres have been in last place in the major leagues all season long in hitting. But at the other hand, here's a former pitcher who's the manager. He loves his pitching staff. He didn't want anyone to go.
No question about it. So if you're going to give up good pitching to get some offense, well, now it's the responsibility of the younger guys in the organization.
That was our Geico quote of the game from Bud Black.
To step up, right? Some of the good young arms paying dividends at the big league level.
The Padres, indeed, their trading chips are on the pitching side. Swing and a miss is Blanco. Blanco fly to right his first time. Either you get those bats in free agents, that's very costly. Price is very high for someone that really is a legitimate home run hitter. You try to discover one down in Latin America, perhaps. A.J. Preller certainly is surveying that scene. High pop up, shallow in center. Venable comes up for it for the first down. Brings up Joe Panik. Hit taken away from Panik, his first at bat. Spanssenberg diving into the hole and then firing across where Grandal made a nice pickup to complete the 5-3 out. Ball one. Pulled on 2 hops to Grandal for the unassisted putout. 2 away. Time now for the top tier player profile, brought to you by Arco, and we profile Pablo Sandoval. Last 2 seasons. Last year against the Padres at .406 of .719 slugging percentage. This year, even with his 3 hits last night, batting only .205 against Padre pitching.
Padre pitching making an adjustment and making some good quality pitches, not only against Sandoval but also Hunter Pence. Talked about his numbers and how he's been struggling lately.
Lined out to short his first time. This one to center field, a long run, but going out is Amarista, and he's able to make the catch. 1-2-3 third inning work by Ian Kennedy. 1-1 after 3. now the Coors Banquet Timeless Moment. And here it is. This date, 1987. Benito Santiago, the Padres catcher, sets a major league record for rookies hitting safely in his 28th consecutive game. That streak, 21-year-old, will extend to 34 games. Santiago.
Boy, what a year for Benny that year. Benny-ago, we used to call him. Could hit, could throw, could run.
He could throw runners out from his knees. Grandal infield hit RBI first time.
Fun to watch.
And it'll be Smith and Rivera against Vogelsong. 0-2. Grandal broke his bat. Ground ball up the middle, but strong enough that he could muscle it just away from the glove of Panic. Trickled out into shallow right center, and that scored Venable all the way from second base for the Padre run. High 1-2.
Remember we talked about how the swing of Grandal and the home runs.
Yeah.
Let's see if Vogelsong tries to pitch him up a little bit, because that wheelhouse is down like around the knees, down and in.
So many of those left-handed hitters like it down and in, don't they? Outside 2-2. To repeat what we talked about in the pregame show tonight, in case you joined us late, I chatted with Grandal. I said, you know, this is a delicate question. Have you thought about giving up hitting right-handed, since you seem to have all the big numbers from the left side? And he looked at me, he said, no, of course not. He said, I'm someday going to hit 15 homers right and 15 homers from the left side. He said, my knee injury from last year still bothers me, not as much as the start of the season, but as a right-handed hitter, that's my back leg, and that's the leg you push off, that's the leg you torque, and he just hasn't able to use his full power. Bounces this one to Panic, and there's one away.
Well, I think of switch hitting catchers through the years, and my favorite, probably Ted Simmons.
Yeah, Simba.
The career that he had. Man.
You can make an argument for him being in Cooperstown.
Absolutely. Yep.
Sixth inning at Arizona. Cardinals have scored a couple, so they now lead 3-2. There you see the two scores of considerable interest to these Giant fans. Foul back by Smith. He chopped one right back to Vogelsong his first time. Let's see, and pick the stick. This was Mark Sweeney's choice, was it not?
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Seth Smith, yes. And I had Rene Rivera waiting on deck.
Fly ball to left. Ishikawa coasting toward the line to squeeze the second out.
Hey, this October, history will be made as baseball's postseason moves to America's new sports network. Fox Sports 1 is your new home for baseball's National League Division and Championship Series, and it all begins this October.
It's just around the corner. Here we are on September 26th. 2 games left in the regular season. For a baseball fan, just the word October conjures up good things. Rivera takes a strike. He grounded to short his first time. Bud Black at the helm. Oh, 0-2.
Vogelsong pulling the string a little bit on that changeup. Tremendous movement and good location from the right-hander.
Upstairs for a ball. 92 on the fastball. Tried to get Rivera to go up. Vogelsong, one of those athletes, never gave up the dream. Went to Japan 3 years to pitch. Strike 3 called. That's his third strikeout. 2 of them called. Another 1-2-3 inning for Vogelsong. All right, Mike, and we have a good one going here. 1-1. Last of the fourth. Belt, Pence, and Ishikawa. There's the AL Central. Kansas City 1 game behind Detroit with 2 to play. Seattle now has been eliminated. So with every celebration, someone making the playoffs, someone else drops their chin, and the Mariners slumping here in September. They are now out of the picture. Hunter Pence to follow. 3-0 to Belt, who looped a single to left field and scored the giant run in the second inning. Moved to second on Pence's single. Moved up on the air by Jerko, bases loaded, and Crawford brought in the run with a sacrifice fly. 4-pitch walk to lead off the fourth. The first free pass from Kennedy. He struck out only 1 tonight. Pence grounded a single between Spangenberg and Amarista into left field his first time. You don't see many big men with power choke up that much. Ball, that's 5 in a row. Missed by Kennedy.
And here's where Rene Rivera acts as pitching coach. Goes out trying to settle him down a little bit. This is where Hunter Pence might get a little froggy, right? Start jumping at a pitch that's out of the zone. Remember, you don't have to throw him a strike. Take a look at that practice swing.
We saw a spoof on a so-called Hunter Pence baseball school.
Yeah.
Teaching kids how to take that practice swing.
And how to throw without having an elbow.
That's amazing. That's a strike. Rivera's counsel has worked immediately. 1-1.
Biggest compliment you give your catcher or pitching coach after a visit, firing a strike.
Held at first with the leadoff walk.
Fastball away here.
It's amazing how Pence can bail out the way he does, that front foot, and yet keep enough back that he can hit the outside pitch, because that pitch is really away from him the way he bails. Left foot almost out of the batter's box. Oh, weak way there. 2-2.
Well, it looks like a fastball, but then all of a sudden, whoa.
That right
That's
leg
a slider.
collapsed.
Yeah. Totally fooled him right. He had number 1 in mind there. Ian Kennedy put a wrinkle in it. And great location as well down and away.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. The second strikeout for Kennedy, his 203rd of the year. That's a career high as we check our Sequan Casino Daycation stat of the game. And there's Kennedy entering the game today with 201, tied with Zach Greinke for number 5 in the league. Kershaw and Cueto in a battle. I don't think either one of those two are going to pitch again. So Kershaw is about to win the Triple Crown again. Most wins, best ERA, most strikeouts. Is he any good?
Does he get the MVP?
It looks more and more as if he will. The only reason he wouldn't would be those who vote are standing strongly that a pitcher shouldn't get the MVP. That otherwise he's a lock. It's a shame Giancarlo Stanton, you know, he's still going to lead the National League in home runs. Stanton, even though he's going to miss the final 3 weeks of the season, hit in the face. It would have been nice to see him finish out the year. Maybe he then, with winning the home run and RBI race, would have been the MVP. But right now, Adrian Gonzalez is going to win the RBI title. No one else over 100 RBIs except Stanton, and of course he's through for the year. Adrian with 112.
It just seems like it's so spread out offensively, right? There's not one horse that's leading. Like in the top 10 categories in home runs, RBIs, average.
How about it? The batting champions. We're about to have something really unusual in the major leagues. If Josh Harrison wins the batting title in the National League. Jose Altuve's got it in the American League. We could have the shortest 2 batting champs in baseball history. Altuve is 5'6". Harrison is 5'8". That would be the shortest duo to win the batting crown in a given year. You have to go all the way back to 1936 to find the shortest. At that time, Paul Wainer and Luke Appling. Line drive, solid single to left field. Ishikawa. That moves Belt to second base. Good piece of hitting by Ishikawa. 2 on, 1 out to Andrew Susak.
And that's exactly where he hit the ball. We saw the shift against Ishikawa way over to the left side, but he hit this one on the line. That ball's in the air. It's a fly ball. And that's exactly where they're playing him. Hey, and there's Duff Beer rooting for Matt Duffy with the Giants.
Yeah, guys, I got to sit next to Duff.
That's from The Simpsons. Oh gosh, that's funny.
Susak safe on the air. Get a ball up the middle, and Amaristas flipped to Jerko. Jerko tried to field it barehanded and dropped it. That loaded the bases, and an unearned run ensued as Crawford sacrificed fly. One strike to the Giants catcher. Line to left field, but it's carrying, and Smith makes the catch, throws back, not in time, but it's backed up as it gets away, and Grandal there to back up the throw. Susak hit it hard. It carried just far enough for Smith to charge in, make the out. 2 away.
Well, this ball right at Seth Smith. Better make sure you secure that one. You know, Seth has made some good plays out there in left field. One of the tougher ones. Is this one right at him? Yeah, he has to charge. Some top spin on that one. And you know, the Duff man doesn't only root for Matt Duffy. He roots for all of his Giants. Come on, he says. So hang with him, Duff man.
Don't forget, Duff spelled backwards is Fudd. Crawford grounds it to the right side. Meekly enough, got to hurry over there. Grandal, he had gone for the ball, and then scampered back to cover for the 4-3 putout. 2 are left, to the dismay of the mighty Duff. Baseball brought to you by Saquon Casino. Real friendly, real close. By Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo. Just $4.99 plus tax. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. Visit us at aramco.biz. With Mark Grant and Duffman, Dick Enberg here at AT&T Park. 1-1 tie, a couple of unearned runs for each side. Padres come up in the top of the 5th against Ryan Vogelsong with the lower third of the order. Amarista, Liriano, and the pitcher Kennedy. Amarista struck out swinging the first time. Off speed drops in.
You know, Vogelsong has dropped that hammer, that curveball first pitch.
Yeah, time and time again.
Yeah, second time around against these Padre hitters. Sandoval way in at third base, anticipating the bunt.
Well, that's surprising. Amarista doesn't try to bunt that off.
You're right.
That opens up a hole on that left side. 1-1. You hit a smash either to the right or left, and he has to dive, and that's about all he can do. He's so close to home plate. He's only about 85 feet away. Alexei last night with a couple of hits now has an even 100 on the season. He's the second Padre to hit the century mark. Seth Smith the other. Two and one. The veteran Vogelsong, we always talk about a pitcher that doesn't get any support. Every team has one. Vogelsong is the man for the Giants. 16 starts, receiving only 1 or no run support. He has 1 run tonight. Left field and a base hit for Amarista. Goes the opposite field to lead off the 5th. Third hit for the Padres tonight.
Well, we talked recently about Padre hitters hitting mistakes. Well, this pitch is well off the plate, if taken, a called ball. But Alexei stays back just enough, shortens up that swing and slaps it to try to get something going. Nice to get that leadoff runner on.
Brings up Liriano, grounded to short his first time. Last 7 games, hitting at .350. Amarista has a dozen stolen bases. Of the active players, that's the most. Cabrera, season over with 18. The Padres could present a pretty good rotation, pretty formidable, by just the pitchers that are shut down. Tyson Ross, O.D. Despaigne, Jesse Hahn, all shut down here in the final week of the season. Despaigne, who pitches very well against the Giants, in fact shut him out in his major league debut, would have pitched on Sunday, but they're going to give that start to Robbie Erlin. 1 strike, Liriano. 1-1. Got a great physique, doesn't he?
And room to grow, right? Maturing as far as not only mentally but physically as a big league ball player. You bet.
High fly ball deep into left center field. That's way out there. Long run for Blanco, and he makes the catch. Unfortunately for Liriano, he picked the deepest part of the yard into that corner in deep left center field. 1 away.
And you know what? That didn't even look like Reimer's best swing, and that ball was hit high in the air, and it still traveled a long way. Let's take a look. Off speed. Let's see. He goes out and gets it. just out in front a little bit. This will give us a better view here. Yeah, he went down and got it. Sent it a long way. Got under it just a little bit too much, though.
Brings up Kennedy. Walked his first time. The only free pass given up by Vogelsong. He's up there to bunt now. Try to give Spangenberg a chance. Move that runner over. Quite in contrast to the slugfest last night. 9-8 Giants win.
Remember, always the chance of a Butcher Boy as well.
Takes outside, ball one.
Especially with those corners crashing.
Sandoval crashes from third. You have the shortstop Crawford covering second.
Right.
So that opens up a huge hole on the left side. You can dribble one right through there.
Right.
And he fouls it away, 1-1. Kennedy has 5 sacrifice hits this year. Cashner leads with 6 of the pitchers. Way up in the batter's box. And he fouls again. Jabbed at that one. That could mean absolutely nothing, or it could mean he's still sacrificing, or maybe swing away.
I still think he's going to try to put it down.
Yep. Got high. 2-2. And Hoffman goes through the signs again as Kennedy stares down. One out, Amarista at first, a 1-1 tie here in the 5th. There it is. Belt thinks about second, but gets the sure out at first as Amarista moves into scoring position. 3-4 on the putout. 2 away. Spangenberg, the leadoff man.
Perfectly executed, Ian Kennedy. Let's check out the pitch. The high fastball, deadened it off the end of the bat, taking it to the first base side. A good technique. Let the ball come to the bat.
So Spangenberg, he's grounded to short, fly to left. So he's gone the opposite field both times. Trying to pick up Amarista, give the Padres the lead. Limited opportunity. 10 at bats, 5 RBIs with a runner in scoring position. Ball one. Vogelsong at the 70 pitch mark. Battery of Vogelsong and Susak gets together on the mound.
You know, the one thing I really like about Corey Spangenberg in the short time that he's been up here is looks like he's got a pretty good eye, pretty good command of the strike zone. He can fight some pitches off. He can take the ball the other way. He certainly can turn on a fastball. We've seen him rocket balls foul. We've seen him turn on balls on the inside part of the plate for home runs.
1-0. And he fouls that one down the left field side, back into the crowd. And Spangenberg's goal in the offseason, gain another maybe 10 pounds of muscle. Become a little stronger. You know, the wear and tear of a long season, part of that. And even the best of athletes, after the rigors of spring training and then 160 games now, this 160th, wear and tear.
Yeah.
Off speed, and the count goes to 1-2.
Well, Vogelsong has tossed up that number 2, the curveball. There it is again.
Beauty. Hasn't really hit the 90-mile-an-hour fastball much, if at all. Venable would be next. Chases, strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Vogelsong. We're at the halfway mark in this one.
That goes to, the type of stuff that he's had all year. To get to 200 strikeouts, you have to maintain your stuff and make your starts. And he's done that. I think that's been something that we've been really, overall happy with, is how, his fastball velocity, the crispness to his secondary pitches, have been there from day one, and that's a good sign. It looks as though, he's pitching as well as he has in his entire career.
And certainly against the Giants, that's been proven true. 8-4 with a 2.66 ERA on the season, making his 33rd start. That matches his career high. As Vogelsong sends it high in the air off first. Might be a play for Grandal. Over is a second baseman, Jerko. Tough catch. He was going up and down that area in the bullpen that has some slope. And there's one away.
It's always tough to tell if there's communication going on out there between Liriano, Jerko, and Grandal. As there's a flash look by Yasmani. He's out of the play.
Well, he was off line, wasn't he? I don't think he knew where the ball was.
Yeah, he had to recheck his coordinates.
But Jerko was there to back it up, angled into foul territory, and Liriano was there as well. Leadoff hitter Blanco up twice, has flied out twice. Strike 1. Each team with an unearned run, each team with 3 hits. All singles. Oh, the Suzuki running swing. Ichiro.
Yeah. Trying to slap it the other way. Get a running start.
Tough to do. That's what makes Ichiro brilliant.
Great bat control.
In the dirt, 1-2. You hear Mark Sweeney talk all the time about how the good hitters, how they keep their heads still. You know, the ball coming all the way through the path of the ball. Here you're running forward, so your head's bobbing and you're trying to hit the ball. It's tough enough to hit it when you're squared away. Loop to center. That's falling in a hurry. Out goes Amarista and makes the catch. That's twice Amarista has gone out to play shallow left center field and make the play.
Oh, that first step is so important, and Alexi Amarista always gets a good read. You read the swing. There's even infielders, you know, you hear the ball off the bat. It seemed like he got jammed right there. Turns his back, a flash look to where he's at, and then he watches that ball. There's the flash look, and then he eyes the baseball. Makes it look so easy.
And there again, as you're running back, your head's jostling.
Exactly.
Make that catch. 2 away to Joe Panik. Ball 1. Panik has grounded to third, a hit taken away from him by Spangenberg, and grounded to first.
So tonight, Ian Kennedy, heavy fastball. Breaking ball 23%, the changeup coming in at 11.
And deep in the lower deck, making a play apparently, and applauding. Well, the Giants, well, they had their struggles on the road of late, playing farewell here at AT&T. They're 11-2 in the last 13 games. And of course that plays into the upcoming 1 game wild card to advance in the playoffs. You want to be at home if you can. Bruce Bochy's team in the even years, 2010, they get to the playoffs and win the series. 2012, go on to win the World Series. Boy, that's a good two-seamer. Right 3, and Kennedy has worked a 1-2-3 5th inning. That's his 3rd strikeout tonight. Top of the 6th coming up. Will Venable, he homered last night, leading it off for the Padres, and the game tied at 1. Ian Kennedy, 3 hits, 1 unearned run. Look at that two-seamer for a strike 3. Hits Hunter Pence with a curveball, and there's that two-seamer again over the inside corner. And Brian Vogelsong matching Kennedy pitch for pitch. He's allowed only 3 hits, singles. Each man has walked only 1.
We got ourselves a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel.
Into the 6th. There's that breaking ball. He started on so many hitters with it, and he fires a strike. Venable singled and scored the Padre run. Came in on a infield hit by Grandal in the 1st inning. He struck out the last time. 1-1. 4 strikeouts for Vogelsong, 3 for Kennedy. Otherwise, the numbers are identical. Each with a walk, each with an unearned run, each with 3 hits allowed. Curveball again.
He's got the good feel for that number 2.
And another one. And Venable caught looking. 5 strikeouts for Vogelsong. And as we promised you earlier, we have the AT&T fan photo. Tweet your photo to hashtag SD fan photo and a chance to be shown in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by AT&T. The Abbott Costello.
At Dancing Friar. Looks like that was taken at Chase Field, making the road trip to support the San Diego Padres. Thank you very much. TAC in the house.
One of the great comedic bits of all time. Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Who's on first?
Right.
Zerko up. And he lines that one over the head of the leaping Sandoval. That's it. Dribbling into the corner and played there by Ishikawa. And Jerko pulls up at second base with a sarcastic double. First extra base hit of the night for either side.
Boy, Jed did a nice job of getting on top of this high pitch. It's up, it's in. See the barrel of that bat just roll over on contact, and then Sandoval at third base. And we've seen him make some good plays there, but well out of the reach.
So a 1-out double. The Padres trying to break this 1-1 tie. Yasmani Grandal and then Seth Smith with a shot at bringing Jerko home. Grandal knocking in the run in the first inning. Broken bat single, infield hit up the middle.
You know, this is where the curveball from Vogelsong can spell danger, right? Something middle in, and speed up the bat of Yasmani Grandal. Let's see if he tries to keep it away or hard stuff away.
Pretty good pitch on the changeup. 2-0.
So soft away, trying to stay out of that middle in part of the plate.
Curveball
got squeezed.
Yeah, that could have been called a strike. It's 3-0. First base open. And Seth Smith to hit next. And here's the spot where Bud Black may give Grandal the green light. He's been the hot hitter. Nope. 3-1. Smith next. Jerko at second. They're looking back. Way outside, a walk to Grandal, the second given up by Vogelsong in the game.
Okay, Saturday, that's tomorrow. MLB returns to Fox as the Yankees take on the Red Sox, and the Padres take on these Giants. And the action starts at 9:30 a.m. Pacific on Fox and continues at 12:30 p.m. right here, Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, specifically on Fox Sports San Diego.
You better
see, I worked that S in front of Pacific, Pacific.
Very good.
And there's the.
You better be here at 12:30 now. We got to be right here. We're at where you're sitting.
I'll
now.
be here.
All right, I'm counting on you.
Final, the Bombers 3-2 winners over the Red Sox.
Smith gets into one to right field. That's going way back, and he will play it off the wall. Pence, but running all the way is Jerko. He scores on a near home run off the top of the wall off the bat of Smith, and the Padres take a 2-1 lead. Oh, he just missed a home run. Look at him. How could that not go out? Jerko comes around to score. Grandal winds up at third.
Let's check out the pitch from Vogelsong. It's an off-speed pitch. Looks like a high changeup, and Seth really goes up and out to get this one. You see how far out in front he gets it. Now, you watch this ball land, and it hits the V, right in between the V
Maybe a foot shy of a home run.
Yeah, of Levi's landing right there.
Yeah, probably 2 feet.
Yeah. But you know what, though? It veers out.
Yeah, that's 365
Right.
farther out. So that was maybe at the 360 mark. But the wall is what, 18 feet?
Yeah. See, like right here, it's 309, right? But it doesn't go straight across like this, right? Dick, you just mentioned it right here. It's 365. So that wall from the foul pole, it actually jets out that way like that, if that makes sense. It's not a straight line. I mean, it goes out.
And the height of the wall is what took the home run away. So he dotted not the I, but the V in Levi's. Meeting at the mound.
That'll unbutton your fly. That one right there.
Dave Rigetti meeting with Vogelsong. They taking some time as much as he could to let George Cantos, a right-hander, and Javier Lopez, a left-hander, start throwing in the bullpen. So the Padres have struck to break the 1-1 tie here in the 6th. After Venable struck out, Jerko with a double to left, a walk to Grandal, and the RBI double for Seth Smith. So second and third, they're going to appeal at first base, and Smith did hit the bag. It's 25 feet. Excuse me, 25 feet. So it's as high a wall in right field as there is in baseball. And that's what they did because the distance was fairly short. And make it tougher on the hitter, and it's a fair ballpark. And it's probably a pitcher's park overall. Infield draws in at halfway. Rivera takes outside. He's grounded to short and struck out. Infield tight. Hitters delight. A couple of ducks on the pond, as they say.
Nice.
Used to say that
all the time in Little League. Oh yeah.
Over but low, 2-0.
They got a lefty and a righty up in the Giants bullpen. You've got the left-handed hitting Amarista on deck. Interesting to see what kind of pitches that Rene Rivera gets here. Both pitches been away.
Broken bat looper, and it's going to fall in left field for a base hit. 1 run scores, and they're going to wave home. Smith, here's the throw. He is in there. And into second base goes Rivera. Oh, that was close at the plate. A shattered bat by Rene Rivera, and he still got enough muscle behind it to get it over Crawford's head for a 2-run single. And the Padres lead 4-1 as Grandal and Smith are checked in by Rivera.
Talk about fighting off a pitch. Fastball in, shatters the bat. Literally in half. One half goes in the stands. That ball softly hit over Crawford's head. Talk about fighting off a pitch. A nice job by Rene Rivera.
He runs to first base with a baton. Shattered bat. He had only the handle left, and that brings Bruce Bochy to the mound. He takes the ball from Vogelsong. So Ryan Vogelsong not giving up an earned run through 5, but the Padres break through on a couple of doubles and a single by Rivera to check in 2 more, and it's 4-1 San Diego. in San Diego. George Cantos comes in to pitch. So let's go back to Smith scoring the second run on that broken bat single. Good throw by Ishikawa, and he goes to the inside, and his feet are on the Pentagon as he's tagged in the back by Susak. Yeah,
he's safe
in there.
He got that foot just on the plate in time. Susak had to go get that ball and then come all the way back. And you know what? Credit Eric Cooper, the home plate umpire. He was in a great position and saw it all happening right in front of him for the correct call.
Rivera goes to second on the throw to the plate. Still only one out. Amarista against Cantos. Interesting. He brings in a right-hander to pitch to Amarista. Ball one. Amarista lined a single to left his last time up. True forward pitching change. Right-hander George Cantos. 23rd game. 4 wins, no losses for Cantos.
We see the splits there, Dick. 154 versus lefties.
So that's why.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy's got some confidence in the right-hander. And when you look at Cantos and what he throws, he's got the fastball, cutter, slider, and a change. So probably that changeup comes into play. Also that cut fastball as well. Maybe burying it inside the lefties to get a grounder.
So a couple of doubles and a 2-run single for the Padres here in the 6th inning to take a 4-1 lead. Rivera out at second base. 2 more RBIs, 43 and 44 to match the number on his back. Check swing, and he did not go. 2-1. Ryan Vogelsong using over a rough inning. It allowed only 1 unearned run and 3 hits coming into this 6th inning. Out of play again. So there must be something about the stuff of Cantos that's tougher for lefties than righties. So that's why Bochy making the call to bring him in against Amarista.
Got that changeup down the way, that's effective, and also the cutter in. And a big key for this ball game in the Padres to keep the Duff man in his seat.
Trying to pick up Rivera at second base. Amarista. And the swing and the miss, strike 3. That's the second time he's been punched out tonight. 2 away to Reimer Liriano.
Cantos went to the slider there.
And first base open with a pitcher due next. Let's see if they pitch to Liriano, who drove one deep to center field for an out his last time up. And it looks as if they're going to walk him. Yeah. Yep. They'll take their chances with Kennedy.
Okay, here's a little discussion, Professor. Talking about pace of game. Will baseball address the intentional walk, saying just take your base, or with the risk of throwing one away, which is always part of the game, probably happens once every, 4 or 5 years, if that, to speed up the pace of the game? Should baseball allow them, hey, we just want to put this guy on, take a hike, take your base, rather than throwing the wide 4 ones?
Pitcher just tips his hat, says take first base.
You think you'd go for that?
Well, I'm a traditionalist. I like the fact that it's played like this for over 100 years. Let's keep it that way. But, I'm also for speeding up the game. Absolutely, I'm on that side. So I'm divided. Tough on your emotions this game. Takes you one way and rips you back the other.
Absolutely.
But let's speed it up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, the intentional walk. Liriano jogs to first. Amarista at second. And Kennedy with a chance to help himself. He's walked and sacrificed. The Northwestern Wildcat on the mound, George Cantos, 29 years of age, a native of Lincolnwood, Illinois. Still makes his home there. Kennedy, a Southern California man, USC and Huntington Beach. Breaking ball on the inside corner. 3 for 15 with a chance to drive in a run this year. Not bad for Kennedy.
Yeah.
Ground ball up the middle, but Crawford is there to gobble it up. He can't get it out of his glove, so has to get the out at first base. Wanted to flip to second. Couldn't get it, though, out of his glove, but the ground out ends the inning, and the Padres get 3 in the 4th. Seth Smith drives in one, a near 3-run home run. And then Rivera, broken bat single, scores 2, and the Padres have a 4-1 lead. Take a 4-1 lead. Pablo Sandoval will lead it off for the Giants. Home half of the 6th. And key to the game was to cage Pablo. Huh?
Yes, it was, Dick. And you know what? Ian Kennedy makes a great pitch here. Remember the uptick of velocity? Well, when you place the ball into Sandoval, who likes to swing at anything, look, he gets inside. That ball hits down by the barrel, or down by the label, rather, of that bat. It ties him up. Nice, easy fly ball to Alexi Amarista for the out. So that was a big pitch right there for Ian Kennedy.
Well, the Panda, who had a sacrifice fly, then 3 consecutive RBI singles for 4 RBIs last night, has lined to short and popped to short. He's already shown what a big money player he is in the playoffs. In for a strike. We got 3 top-notch RBI producers in that Giants lineup. Posey leading the way with 87, taking the night off. Up and in, 1-1. Hunter Pence was 74. Sandoval was 73 RBIs. And down in the 8th spot, Crawford was 66. Ground ball, foul. Had him out in front.
Yeah, and he placed that last pitch perfectly. It was a curveball. Rene Rivera was tapping his glove on the ground. And that's exactly where Ian Kennedy threw that pitch. This is where I think you can elevate. Elevate it or bounce it.
Out of play. Had a chance in the offseason to visit our great San Diego Zoo and go to their wonderful panda exhibit there. Actually got almost close enough to pet one. Well, they go to a special feeding area to buy perfect bamboo for the pandas to eat.
It's good eating.
Good.
Was it Ling Ling?
High pop up. The panda. He'll have some bamboo after he shoots that one high and fouls.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, well, let's go back as Ian Kennedy going to work on the panda. We talked about the good pitch in earlier, right? In the third inning to pop up. First pitch slider for a strike. That pitch, he's trying to change the eye level. There goes 1-1. Now he's bouncing that curveball to make it 1-2. Okay, he fouls off the fastball very late. Look at that pitch. Up and in. Pitch 3 and 5. Not even close. But he went after it, and Ian Kennedy gets another big out.
Brandon Belt looks at a breaking ball low. Javier Lopez back up throwing in the pen for the Giants down the left field side. 1-1. Belt wedged a single to left field and scored the Giants' only run, an unearned run in the second inning. Came home on Brandon Crawford after an error by Jerko, loaded the bases. So Kennedy, 1 unearned run, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. And there's another hit by Belt. He's had a good series. Had a home run last night and a single, an RBI single. He's 2 for 3. Well, 2 for 2. He also walked tonight. He's been on base all 3 times. That'll bring up Hunter Pence. So Kennedy and Rivera, discussion by the rubber there. Kennedy needs 2 more outs to hit the exact 200 inning mark. Here's our keys to the game. The Honda dealers of San Diego County. Cage the Panda.
Yeah. Put the lock on there, right? And what do you do with the key? You throw it away. That's what you do. So no bamboo for the Panda.
Oh, shoot. Here's Pence. Ball 1. No, those are delicacies, those little bamboo shoots.
Oh, yeah. I've tried them. Still a lot of baseball left, though.
Pence playing in his 381st consecutive game. Longest of any baseball player. Oh, just missed there. 2-0. He singled to left and struck out tonight. Welcome to the party.
Cat in the hat.
Nice. 2-1. 92 on the fastball.
Yeah, that's paint right there. Down and away.
One out single by Belt. We're in the 6th. 4-1. Padres lead it. Another strike right at the knees. Ishikawa on deck. Rivera telling him to shake off, shake off, shake off. Now the 2-2 pitch. Way outside and high. Overthrew that fastball. 95.
Yeah.
He geared up for his best stuff and overthrew it. 80th pitch coming up from Ian. Lopez is ready if needed as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Big pitch here. 3-2. A man on, 1 out. Ball 4. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Second walk of the night from Kennedy.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Travis Ishikawa celebrated his 31st birthday on Wednesday. He has a single and a flyout tonight. Dale Thayer jogging down to the bullpen. A trouble spot here for Kennedy. He's moved along effortlessly through most of the innings. But with one out, the tying run at the plate is Ishikawa. Ball one. Andrew Susak, the catcher, to follow. Just missing.
He's got the right idea with that pitch. Maybe a 1 or 2 hopper, one of the middle infielders. Only grounded into double play 3 times this year, Ishikawa.
3-0. Goodness. Suddenly lost his rhythm. He walks Pence and falls behind 3-0. Ishikawa with Susak next. They are throwing more seriously now in the bullpen. Lays that one in at 91. Took a little off. Rookie catcher next. Out of play.
Time now for the Cholula flamethrower. Need Kennedy on the hill tonight.
I'm guessing that 95 that he just threw and missed the Pence is going to do it. Oh, they didn't give him credit.
Wow, maybe it did have to be a strike.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's a fact, but 94, you know what that is? It's hot sauce. Hopefully that hot sauce comes through in this inning, get a double play, or at least a strikeout right here to get 2 outs.
Full count. Strike 3 called. A delayed call by Cooper. He thought about it and finally punched out Ishikawa. 4th strikeout and a big one for Kennedy.
Two-seamer coming back.
Look at Rivera pull that into the strike zone.
And you know what? He may have gotten a call, but you know what? Too close to take.
So Kennedy digs out of a 3-0 count and strikes out Ishikawa for the 2nd out. And here's Susak, safe on an error and line to left. Sent a rope out to Smith the last time. Swing and a miss on a changeup.
Boy, that strikeout is so huge for you, Kennedy.
Susak, along with the second baseman Joe Panik, give Giants fans a couple of rookies that are very promising, exciting them for the future. Strike 2. Another changeup back to back.
Yep.
One strike away from getting out of this inning and completing one of the tasks to pitch 200 innings and strike out over 200 batters. Two out, 2 on. Strike 3 called. Hit the outside corner. That's the way to hit the 200 inning mark with strikeouts of Ishikawa and Susak, both representing the tying run. Here's the strikeout. Ishikawa. That looked good, and that one looked even better. Game summary, first inning, broken bat, base hit up the middle, knocked into shallow center field by Panic, and scoring is Venable, an unearned run. Then Smith in the 6th inning, high off the wall in right field, just misses a home run. That breaks the 1-1 tie, 2-1, and then Rene Rivera, broken bat single over shortstop, and that scores 2 more. Grandal and Smith coming in for the 4-1 lead, and that's where we stand behind Ian Kennedy, allowing only 1 run unearned and 4 hits. Vogelsong 5 1/3, gives up 6 hits and 4 runs, 3 of those earned. Grandal 1 for 2 in RBI, and Rivera 1 for 3, knocking in 2. Spangenberg against Javier Lopez, leading off the top of the 7th. Lopez, the new pitcher for the Giants. There's that big sweeping curveball.
Boy, what a great job by right-hander Ian Kennedy. You talk about buckling down.
He was in trouble, 2 on, 1 out, and with 3-0 count on Ishikawa. Digs out of that, striking out Ishikawa, and then punches out Susak. Broken bat, ground ball right to hand at third. And Spangenberg wears the collar tonight. Venable singled and scored in the first. He struck out the last 2 times.
Well, Javier Lopez for his 65th game. We saw him last night for a 1/3 of an inning, but you know, this guy's allowed 4 runs on 3 hits in a 1/3 of an inning, covering his last 2 appearances. So the Padres hopefully can add on.
Tough on left-handed batters. You can see why, the way he dips from the side with that breaking ball. Jed Jerko to follow. Juan Gutierrez jogging down to the bullpen area for the Giants. Well, tomorrow, game 3, the penultimate game of this 2014 season. Eric Stoltz for the Padres. Jake Peavy will be on the mound for the Giants. He's 6-4 since the trade with Boston. 12:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. 1-2. And in Sunday's finale, Robbie Erlin against Tim Lincecum. Lincecum, he finds a way to beat the Padres no matter which way you try to hide from him. Ground ball chopped to second. Panic gets a big hop. 2 away.
Hey, tonight on Fox Sports San Diego, you don't want to miss this. It's awesome. It's a final episode of Padres POV. This week, Rene Rivera, Will Venable, and a few more Friars hit baseballs off the USS Midway with the help of the U.S. Coast Guard. Also, Dave Roberts relives the steal 10 years later, and fans tell us their most memorable moments of the season. All that and much, much more in final episode, Padres POV, tonight, after the Padres win this one from San Francisco. Right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
That's a good feature. Jerko doubled his last time up, and that kicked off the rally in the 6th inning. He doubled, then Grandal walked. Smith brought in 1 with the double off high off the wall and right, and Rivera singled in 2 more. Off speed, 0-2. Jed grounded to short, grounded to second, and then ripped that double into the left field corner to open the 3-run rally in the last inning. Bounces that. They wear the orange uniforms on Friday night. That's a tradition of late. One hopper, Crawford there to glove it and throw out Jerko. Hit well. A 1-2-3 inning. Lopez on 3, ground ball out. Padres Baseball brought to you by RCP Block and Break. Start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. By Petco, the power of together. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Tucked along the bay, McCovey Cove, AT&T Park, another sellout, 41,926 tonight. 325th consecutive sellout here in San Francisco. That's the best run of any major league team currently as Kennedy goes to work. Bottom of the 7th, Brandon Crawford, and a pinch hitter for the pitcher Cantos. Chris Dominguez, rookie right-handed hitter. We saw him at Petco hit a long home run. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Crawford has knocked in the only run for the Giants with a sacrifice fly in the 2nd and grounded to 2nd. Dale Thayer ready if needed. Lifted foul off 3rd.
You know, Dick, when you talk milestones in Major League Baseball, this day and age, when a pitcher gets to 200 innings plus, I mean, that's really saying something. You're getting the ball once every 5th day. You're staying healthy. You're given 6 or 7 innings, possibly more. And that really gives a great attitude for the club, knowing that when you toe the slab that day, as you take a look at the Giants box score, that your pitcher that's going out there that particular evening or afternoon is giving you a chance to win a ball game. And how sweet it would be for Ian Kennedy to end this season at 513-13.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's 3 in a row. Punched out by Kennedy and 6 on the game, giving him on the season 207. And here's the young Dominguez. He hit a long home run into the Western Metal Supply Company building on the weekend at Petco. Batting for Cantos. High deep drive to center field, chases Venable back, but plenty of room and 1 pitch for the 2nd out. And that'll take Ian Kennedy to the top of the Giants order and Gregor Blanco. Blanco has flied out twice and popped to short, so hit it in the air all 3 times.
And with those 200 innings now for Ian Kennedy, Ian becomes the 8th National League pitcher this year to pitch 200 innings or more.
Whoa, off Kennedy, caroms to Amarista, throws to first, in time for the out. A painful out it may be, but Kennedy seems to be okay. 1-6-3 on the putout. As the Giants go in order in the 7th, hopefully Kennedy got that on the leather and not on the skin. the hands of Mark Sweeney. We've had several calls from the fashion districts here in San Francisco. They're proud of how men appear. New York is also checked in, shocked. They're going to take the GQ award away from Mark Sweeney. He's now QG. Juan Gutierrez, the new pitcher for the Giants. Fourth used by Bruce Bochy, who was wearing a path to the mound last night, using 8 different pitchers. Grandal leads it off. Padres with a 4-1 lead, top of the 8th inning. Grandal has knocked in a run and scored a run tonight. Oh, 0-2. Grandal, then Seth Smith, and Rene Rivera. 3 men that played a big part in that 3-run 6th inning. Kennedy acting as though his night is through. 7 innings. Big hug there from his catcher, Rene Rivera.
.95 tosses for the USC Trojan. You want to hear?
The ball got away in the Padre bullpen, and Gary Cooper calling time.
You want to hear a good discussion or have some fun? Just get Dave Roberts and Ian Kennedy in the clubhouse. As Quackenbush starts to heat up, talking about UCLA baseball and USC baseball. Oh, the fun just getting started.
1-2 now. Grandal. Strike 3 call. Curveball.
There's that curveball, Dick. You bet.
Well, some news, and not pleasant news, from our old friends Kirk Gibson and Alan Trammell. They both have been dismissed by the Diamondbacks. Dave Stewart, the new general manager, just hired yesterday. Trammell, a class act, even though he's been dismissed, will continue to manage the team the final 3 games of the season, including tonight. So Gibson gone from the D-backs. A couple of good men. They'll find work elsewhere if they want it. Here's Seth Smith. Big blow last time up. He couldn't believe he didn't hit it out. Landed at the top of the wall in right field. RBI double. He later scored himself on Rivera's single.
Oh, we've got the shift on, Dick. Look at that on the right side. 1, 2, 3, and the lone guy over there at shortstop.
That's Pablo.
Yeah.
That shift didn't work the last time he was up.
Unless they posted a guy up there by the V and Levi's.
Yeah.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Take a pretty tall ladder. Smith has tapped out, flied out, and hit a ball right there for an RBI double. Just missed the home run. He needed 24 feet plus. He got 22.5.
Hey, remember the breaking ball Vogelsong was throwing? Seems like Gutierrez out there now watching, obviously, and going to the scouting reports. He got Grandal on a curveball, and that was just a curveball right there missing to Seth Smith.
Out of play. We were talking about Lincecum getting the start instead of Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner will pitch the wild card game for the Giants, so Lincecum comes out of the bullpen as he did last night. He's thrown a no-hitter against the Padres the last 2 years, and then last night comes in to get the final out in the 7th inning when the Padres had taken an 8-6 lead through 2 pitches. Got Amarista to line out, and he winds up winning the game.
Crazy.
Can't help but win when he sees the Padres. Fouled at the plate.
You know what that is?
That's baseball.
Yeah.
But he's got to beat him on Sunday.
That's right.
There's no sure things. Robbie Erlin will be on the mound for the Padres as we pull the curtain on the final game of this season, number 162. There's the Padres box score. Double Jerko, double Smith in there. Rivera with a 2-run single. Ground ball. He beats the shift. No one over there. That's right where Sandoval normally would be playing. And Smith just rolls a single through the left side. Wide open.
Well, we mentioned the 3 infielders on the right side. Pablo Sandoval was playing at shortstop. So Seth Smith says, "You've got to be shifting me. I'm just going to hit the ball that way." And that's a base knock. Sorry about it.
So a man on with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Doesn't always work. The shift. Rivera grounded to short, struck out. Broken bat single over the shortstop Crawford's head. That brought home 2 to take the lead from 2-1 to 4-1 in the 6th inning. Homered last night. That's a good breaking ball. That had Rene Rivera buckling his knees. Well, time now for the Bill Howe play of the game, and there it is. Look, he's only got a little piece of the handle left. Barrel shatters off, but it gets Grandal home from third, and Smith sliding home from second to make it a 4-1 game. Our Bill Howe play of the game. Up high. Another insurance run wouldn't hurt. 1 out, 8th inning. Padres lead by 3. Seth Smith with his second hit of the night at first base.
No, Rene's been swinging the bat so well. There's a huge hole in right center field. But if he can just drive something that way.
Well, he drives it up the middle close enough. A sharp single to center. That'll move Smith up 90 feet. And with 1 out, 2 on for the Padres, Alexi Amarista.
We talked to Rene on the pregame show. He gave his time to talk hitting and catching, and he just said he's been shortening up his swing. A lot of hard work has gone into the results that we've seen. The high leg kick. I bet you that back foot comes off. Up, see? And he singles a 1-hopper to center field. Yeah, you betcha, Rene. The salute goes to you, my friend.
Amarista up and down, strikeout, single strikeout tonight. He's been the September RBI man. He's got a chance here. Add to the 4-1 lead. As hard throwing rookie Eric Portier starts throwing. He pitched on Sunday. Oh, let's see. No, it was Wednesday at Dodger Stadium. 101 miles an hour. One to Amarista. High fly ball. Got a lot of it, but that's too big a yard out there. Tagging, and here comes the throw to third. Making it to third is Seth Smith. So first and third with 2 outs to Liriano. Well, day games to wrap up the season tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow at 12:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. You'll want to see Eric Stoltz, and especially because Jake Peavy, a Padres star, Cy Young Award winner in the San Diego uniform, will be the opposing hurler for the San Francisco Giants. Peavy's done a good job. 6-4, a 2.20 ERA since coming over from Boston, where he was incredibly 1-9. St. Louis had a 6-2 lead at Arizona, and the Diamondbacks have tied it up in the 9th inning, 6-6. That'll please the Giant fans. They're rooting for Pittsburgh to win the Central, because then St. Louis would have to come in here Wednesday in the wild card. 1 strike to Liriano. Goes around.
He had a hanger there.
Couldn't pull the trigger completely. Smith at third. Rivera at first. 2 strikes on Liriano. Might see one of those breaking balls that bounce in, and Smith alertly taking his lead would try to scamper home. Runner goes high. No, he came to a stop as Rivera at 25 feet and decided, no, he better come back. Valentine with a smile there. First base coach, what are you thinking, man? He's a young colt, that Rivera. Celebrating his best ever season. 1-2 in the dirt, and it is blocked by Susak. Padres trying to add to their 4-1 lead. Liriano grounded to short, deep out to center. Walked intentionally. Dale Thayer down in the bullpen, long since warm, just standing as a spectator watching the action. And he's caught looking. That breaking ball of Gutierrez fooling both Grandal and Liriano. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Passing the 200 inning mark, 201, as Kevin Quackenbush comes in to work the 8th inning. Quite a line for Kennedy. Outstanding night. 7 innings, 1 run, unearned, 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Hands it over to Quackenbush here in the 8th.
Well, getting called up and down. Boy, for Kevin Quackenbush, it's been an up and down year from AAA to the big leagues. But I tell you what, making his name known, working his way through the food chain up into the 8th inning, and then in the closer's row when Benoit was down. Now back to the 8th inning. He's been in this situation before, so it's not foreign for the young right-hander.
It's Panik, Sandoval, and Belt scheduled. 3 left-handed hitters to face the right-hander Quackenbush. Panik has grounded out twice and took a 3rd strike. 2-0. So we're presuming Quackenbush here for the hold in the 8th and Joaquin Benoit in the 9th to save it. Winning smile from Kennedy gave the Padres a great outing. So his season will end with 201 innings pitched and 207 strikeouts. That's That's a rare feat. Boy, got a call there. High. And Panic fouls that off 2-2. In the dirt.
Talking about that beard for Quackenbush, looks like it's coming right out of something from Monty Python. And he was letting that thing go. What is your name? What is your quest? Okay, go ahead.
Full count to Panic. And he rips one into right field. Liriano bobbles it, so Panic will go on to second base on the error. Second error by the Padres tonight.
Boy, if Panic isn't just soft serving stuff out to left field, he's turning on fastballs down and in, very quick to that baseball. He goes down and gets it. And I don't know what it is here, but Liriano just cannot secure it. And like the Joe Panic we've seen in the short time he's been at the big league level, he turns it on to take the extra 90 feet.
Now that's the start for the Giants here in the 8th inning, with the Padres leading 4-1. And now the big boys, Pablo Sandoval and Brandon Belt, with Hunter Pence looming as well. Against Kennedy, Sandoval unable to get out of the infield. Line to short, pop to first. Fastball strike. Ground ball to short, almost hit Panic. Amarista throws out Sandoval. One away. Made it a tough play for Amarista because he had to follow the fly to the ball, the ground ball, while Panic was almost shielding him like a hockey center in front of the crease and blocking the goaltender.
He's like, which way should I go? Should I stay or should I go? He's going to clash on him. And they get the big out.
All right, here's Brandon Belt. So the Panda's still in the cage. You called it. Hasn't been able to clear the infield in his 4 at-bats. Belt has. Looped a single to left, walked, and grounded a single to center. He's been on base all 3 times. That followed the home run and an RBI single last night. So he's 4 for 6. 3 RBIs in the 2 games of the series. 2-0. Padres leading it 4-1. Panic at second base with a single and an error. Liriano in right field. Belt up with Pence to follow. High pop up, shallow in right center. A quartet of Padres, and it's Venable that comes in to make the play. That attracted Amarista, Jerko, Venable, and Liriano, but the center fielder Venable takes charge for the second out.
He misses with location here, but see how down it is? He wanted it away. Now remember the home run he hit off of Casher was up and in a little bit, right? This one is down, and Belt tries to get to it quickly, works underneath it for the pop-up. Good pitch. Even though he missed with location, he wanted that one down and away.
Riviera going out to make sure that Quackenbush understands exactly how they want to pitch to Hunter Pence, who has singled, struck out, and walked tonight. Pence suffering in a deep slump here in September, but did get a hit the first time up. One of the best in the league with runners in scoring position. Pence. High fly ball. He just missed that one. Venable easing his way into left center. Squeezes the final out. And that's it for the Giants. In the 8th, we go to the 9th. Padres leading 4-1.
From San Francisco. And fans, you can vote for our own Dick Enberg into the broadcast wing of the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's right. Dick has been nominated for the prestigious Ford C. Frick Award, recognizing excellence in baseball broadcasting. And fans have that chance to vote for their favorite broadcaster. So why not get online? Let's get Dick into the Hall of Fame. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/baseballhall. That's facebook.com/baseballhall. And fans, remember, you can vote until September 30th, so time is dwindling down. Get online and help the professor get into the hall.
Well, thank you, Mark.
You're welcome, sir.
As we go to the 9th inning and get out the heat shields, this guy can really burn it up there. 101 miles an hour. We saw him pitch against the Dodgers the other night. He hit Carl Crawford with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the biceps.
Yeah.
His 6th outing, one of the September call-ups. And Jake Gobert will get a chance to look at this flamethrower as he pinch hits for Quackenbush. Swings and sends a fly ball straight away center. Blanco barely moves, one away. Top of the order, and Corey Spangenberg. Joaquin Benoit getting ready to work the bottom of the 9th inning. So now it's R.J. Alvarez and Benoit.
Well, Benoit looks like he's in game mode. He's getting ready at a good pace. R.J. might just be getting some thrown in, you know.
Well, it's a matter of whether the Padres should score a 5th
Save.
run, and then the save would disappear. Then
Right.
Alvarez. But Benoit, you're right. He's ready to go.
Yeah, no base action, 1 out. RJ's just going to take it easy.
Swing and a miss. Spangenberg, 1-1. 0 for 4 tonight. A couple of groundouts, a fly ball, and a strikeout. Ryan Vogelsong, the pitcher of record for the Giants, went 5 1/3 tonight. Allowed 4 runs, 3 earned. Slap foul. Ian Kennedy, another outstanding performance. 7 innings of 4 hit ball, 1 unearned run, 6 strikeouts. And a win for Bud Black's Padres would mean they would take the season series against the Giants. They came in with a 9-7 mark against San Francisco. Swing and a miss. That's the second time Spangenberg has struck out. He goes 0 for 5 tonight. And it'll bring up Will Venable. Venable singled and scored the first Padre run. Came in on Grandal's infield hit. Since then, he struck out twice and grounded to second base. Looking ahead, bottom of the ninth for the Giants, it's Ishikawa, Susak, Crawford scheduled, but remember Buster Posey is there on the bench available. Goes around, strike one. There are the potential hitters to face Benoit. Keen out of action for 3 weeks with a shoulder stiffness. Now back, ready to fire. Foul back. 98 on that fastball. '99 fastball misses upstairs. One and two to Venable. Shot to short and under the glove of Crawford. He got a piece of it. It trickles out into center field. Blanco covers and Venable holds at first. Solid single. Padres have their 9th hit of the night. Second for Will Venable. Padres, when they traded Houston Straight to the Angels, R.J. Alvarez, one of those acquired in that deal. Street had 24 saves, and Benoit then taking over as the closer. There's Alvarez. And Benoit has 10. A threat to steal, Venable.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Dick, you know, an extra base hit here. Venable with his speed and 2 outs going crack of the bat. They take the save situation out. Padres would have a 4-run lead.
Venable with 11 steals. Jed Jerko, the hitter. Jerko, a key double back in the 6th inning. That started the 3-run rally for San Diego that broke the 1-1 tie. There he goes. Throw by Susak is in time. Well, that's how it ends. Top of the 9th inning for the Padres to the bottom of the 9th. Padres lead 4-1. Enter Joaquin Benoit as he'll
Padres lead them by a score of 4-1. And you want nonstop action, heart-pounding excitement, historic performances? Don't miss the 2014 postseason beginning September 30th.
All on Fox Sports 1.
The Duff man trying to get the troops fired up.
I always thought L.A. was known for the land of fruit and nuts, but maybe San Francisco can lay claim. At least they'll share that high honor. Okay, Joaquin Benoit, bottom of the ninth. Padres 4, Giants 1. Ishikawa leads it off. He has a single, a fly out, and a strikeout. Veteran right-hander. Inside 96 on that first fastball. Misses again inside. That's a strike. Another fastball. Inside again. So the 3 balls off the plate, all inside. 3-1.
Well, the velocity is there, huh, for Benoit?
Absolutely. 95, 96 on the fastballs.
Feeling comfortable going from the wind up, usually going from the stretch, just create a little bit more momentum towards home plate.
Ground ball, just foul. Almost clipped the bag. Got Jesse Hahn down in the bullpen.
Looks like it might be. Maybe just getting some work in, huh? Get a little throwing in.
He's been closed down. He pitched more than he ever has and pitched very well. One of the top surprises on this Padres season this year, Hahn. Look forward to seeing him on a regular basis next year. That big overhand curveball. Full count now to Ishikawa. Foul ball hit hard.
Hey, be sure to stick around after this one, after the Padres win Game 2 of the series. Mike Pomerantz, Mark Sweeney, Padres Live, the post-game show. Going to break a lot down. The playoff race, the wild card race, so much going on. And then Padres POV after that.
It is Hahn warming up. 7-4 season for Hahn. 3.07 ERA, 12 starts. Benoit wants to finish the deal himself. Again, the full count. Went to the changeup. Ishikawa just did spoil it. $41,926. Another sellout at AT&T. That makes it 325 games in a row sold out. Oh my, what a couple of World Series titles will do for the attendance. Got him. Change up. One away. He has a nasty changeup.
Joaquin Benoit is back. The velocity, the location, and the cambio off the table. Ishikawa swung out and missed. Big first out.
Duff is really pleading to the high heavens now. Andrew Susac safe on an error, line to left, and struck out tonight. Buster Posey not starting. Fly ball to right. Liriano's got room out there, although that ball's carrying to almost to the wall. And the catch made in front of those fans behind the screen. 2 away. Down to Brandon Crawford. Got to be a little unnerving because those fans almost seem like they're playing on the warning path with you.
Oh yeah, they're not giving him a hard time at all.
No,
either. No.
Crawford sacrifice fly in the second inning, knocked in the only Giant run. That was an unearned run. He's grounded out and struck out since. Well, the Padres have a remarkable record, unmatched in the major leagues. And that is when they lead after 6 innings, they are 59-1. Trying to go 60-1 tonight. And that's testimony to an absolutely outstanding bullpen. 1-1. Grind a wrinkle in that horsehide.
It really is remarkable when you look at those numbers. You know,
for a team that has a losing record.
Yeah.
But boy, they get ahead after 3 innings. They can count on that bullpen, or have all season long. 2-1 now to Crawford. Bud Black, 121 wins as a pitcher himself in his day. First to appreciate what that pen has meant to his team, and it's part of a tradition. Trevor Hoffman to Heath Bell at Houston Street. Recent years. 2-1. Ooh, almost hit it. 3 balls and a strike. Matt Duffy, young man who executed a safety squeeze last night that won the game 9-8.
Oh, Benoit missing big time with that location. When Revere was set up down and away, he misses up and in.
There's Duffy. Would the game continue past Crawford? Foul back toward us. Three and 2 to Brandon Crawford. Joaquin Benoit trying to wrap it up for the Padres tonight. San Diego leading 4-1. Bases empty here in the bottom of the 9th. Lock it up for Ian Kennedy to win his 13th game of the year. That would tie him with Tyson Ross for the club high. Fly ball left field. Waiting for it to come down. Seth Smith, and the Padres win. The final here at AT&T. San Diego 4, San Francisco 1. And with Padres live, let's go to San Diego and Mike Pomerantz.